Welcome to Mr. English Lab. Thank you so much for being here today. If you enjoy learning English and want helpful tips every day, please remember to subscribe. Your support really means a lot, and it helps this channel continue to grow. Today, we are going to talk about a topic that many people find difficult. We will talk about how to be productive every single day in a way that feels realistic, possible, and meaningful. Productivity is something many people want, but many also misunderstand. A lot of people believe that productivity means doing many tasks very quickly. They think being productive means staying busy all the time and finishing as many things as possible in one day. But real productivity is not about doing more and more work. Real productivity is about doing the right work. It means choosing tasks that truly matter, working on them with care, and giving them enough attention to do them well. One of the most important steps to being productive is starting your day with a clear purpose. When you know why your work is important, it becomes much easier to stay motivated. Even when problems appear or things do not go as planned, having a strong reason helps you stay calm and focused. Your purpose acts like a guide. It helps you make better decisions and keeps you moving in the right direction throughout the day. Another key part of productivity is learning how to control your attention. In today's world, distractions are everywhere. Your phone vibrates, messages appear, and social media constantly tries to steal your focus. Because of this, your mind may jump from task to task without finishing anything completely. This can make you feel tired and unproductive. To avoid this, try training your brain to focus on one task at a time. Stay with that task until you reach a natural stopping point. You can also help yourself by creating a better workspace. For example, you can leave your phone in another room, turn off unnecessary notifications, or close computer tabs that you do not need. Small changes like these can greatly improve your focus. It is also very helpful to understand how you work best. Everyone has a different working style. Some people like to break big tasks into small, simple steps. This helps them feel less overwhelmed. Other people prefer working for longer periods with deep focus. There is no right or wrong way. Try different methods and notice how your mind reacts. When you understand what helps you concentrate, you can create a daily routine that feels more natural and enjoyable. Another important skill is learning how to set limits. You cannot do everything in one day, no matter how hard you try. If you say yes to every request or accept too many responsibilities, you will quickly feel stressed and exhausted. Saying no to tasks that do not support your goals is not selfish. It is a healthy way to protect your time, your energy, and your mental health. At the end of each day, take a few minutes to reflect on what you did. This does not need to be complicated. A simple review is enough. Ask yourself questions like, what did I do well today? What distracted me? What can I improve tomorrow? This daily habit helps you learn from your experiences. Over time, it helps you avoid repeating mistakes and make steady improvement possible. Your emotional state also plays a very big role in productivity. When you feel stressed, anxious, or overwhelmed, focusing becomes very difficult. Even small tasks can feel heavy and hard to start. Taking care of your emotional health is just as important as managing your time. Rest, healthy habits, and moments of calm help keep your mind clear and balanced. Taking short breaks during the day can also help a lot. A few minutes of deep breathing, light stretching, or stepping away from your desk can refresh your mind. When you return to your work, you often feel more focused and energized. Another powerful habit is building self-discipline. Many people think discipline means forcing yourself to work all the time. But true discipline is not about punishment. It is about staying loyal to your goals, keeping promises to yourself, and taking action even when motivation is low. Discipline creates consistency, and consistency leads to long-term success. You can also improve productivity by reducing mental clutter. When you try to remember everything in your head, your brain becomes tired. Writing tasks down in a notebook, planner, or simple list helps clear your mind. When your plans are written down, your thoughts feel lighter, and you have more space to think clearly and creatively. The people around you also influence how productive you are. When you spend time with people who value learning, growth, and discipline, their habits affect you naturally. Their mindset, energy, and behavior can motivate you to stay focused on your goals. A positive environment makes it easier to stay consistent. Finally, remember that productivity is not something you achieve once and keep forever. It is a skill that grows slowly over time. You build it through small daily actions, honest self-reflection, and belief in the value of your effort. Each day you practice these habits, productivity becomes easier and more natural. Productivity is not about working without rest or pushing yourself too hard. It is about understanding yourself, respecting your limits, and moving forward step by step. When you approach productivity with patience and purpose, progress becomes sustainable and meaningful. A balanced routine is very important for long-term productivity. When you train yourself to see productivity as a marathon instead of a sprint, your mindset begins to change. You stop rushing and pushing yourself too hard. Instead, you start making healthier choices throughout the day. You learn how to protect your energy, set stronger boundaries, and focus more on the quality of your work rather than only the speed. This change in thinking can greatly improve both your results and your well-being. To build a stronger productivity mindset, it is helpful to become aware of habits that slow you down. Many people struggle with overthinking simple decisions, doubting their ability to finish tasks, or feeling guilty when they take breaks. These mental habits create pressure and make work feel heavier than it needs to be. Over time, they drain your energy and reduce your confidence. When you replace these unhelpful habits with supportive ones, the way you work can completely change. When a task feels overwhelming, try to approach it with curiosity instead of fear or stress. Instead of asking yourself, "Can I do this?" try asking, "What is the first small step I can take?" This simple question lowers tension and helps you focus. Starting with a small action makes the task feel less scary and gives you a sense of control. Once you begin, it often becomes easier to continue. Another helpful way to feel more in control of your day is to understand your natural energy patterns. Everyone has moments when they feel alert, focused, and mentally strong. Everyone also has moments when their energy drops and concentration becomes harder. Paying attention to these patterns can make a big difference in your productivity. When possible, plan your most important or challenging tasks during the times when your energy is highest. During these moments, you can work faster, think more clearly, and produce better results. This reduces stress and prevents burnout. Tasks that require less focus, such as organizing your workspace or replying to simple messages, can be saved for times when your energy is lower. Working this way helps you cooperate with your body instead of fighting against it. Another useful strategy for staying productive is removing unnecessary friction from your environment. Friction is anything that slows you down or makes tasks harder than they should be. For example, if you waste time looking for files, organizing your documents can save energy. If you often feel unsure about where to start, a simple checklist can give you direction. When friction is reduced, tasks feel smoother, faster, and less stressful. A clean and organized environment supports a calm and focused mind. Consistency is one of the strongest foundations of daily productivity. Consistency means repeating helpful habits again and again until they become natural. When you show up for yourself consistently by starting on time, finishing tasks, and respecting your priorities, you build trust in yourself. You begin to believe that you can manage your day, even when it is busy or difficult. This self-trust gives you confidence to take on bigger challenges because you know you can follow through. One common obstacle to productivity is perfectionism. Wanting everything to be perfect can slow you down or stop you from finishing tasks at all. Perfectionism creates unrealistic expectations and adds pressure to simple work. When you shift your mindset from perfection to progress, you release this pressure. You begin to value improvement instead of flawless results. Even small steps forward matter, and they move you closer to your goals. Productivity is also deeply connected to the clarity of your thoughts. People who stay productive often think in a simple and organized way. They know what they want to achieve and understand the steps needed to get there. Clear thinking reduces confusion and keeps attention focused on what truly matters. Instead of letting the mind jump between random worries, productive people guide their thoughts toward meaningful action. Developing clear thinking takes time and intention. It requires slowing down and understanding your priorities. When you think calmly and clearly, you make better decisions and experience less stress. Mental clarity helps you avoid distractions and stay focused throughout the day. When your thoughts are clear, your actions naturally become more focused and effective. When the mind becomes crowded with doubts, worries, or too many ideas, productivity suffers. Actions become scattered and unfocused. One simple way to clear your mind is by writing down your thoughts each day. This habit helps you organize ideas, identify what matters most, and release mental tension. When your thoughts are organized, it becomes much easier to take meaningful action. Another powerful skill for daily productivity is learning how to manage your response to stress. Stress is a normal part of life, and everyone experiences it. The real problem is not stress itself, but how we react to it. When stress is ignored or allowed to grow, it blocks creativity, lowers concentration, and makes simple tasks feel difficult. Instead of trying to avoid stress completely, which is impossible, you can learn to notice its early signs. These signs may include shallow breathing, tight shoulders, or racing thoughts. When you notice these signals early, you can pause for a moment and reset your mind. A short break, a few deep breaths, or a moment of calm awareness can help you regain control and continue working with clarity and confidence. A balanced routine is the key to staying productive for a long time. When you train yourself to see productivity as a marathon instead of a sprint, your thinking begins to change. You stop trying to rush through everything. You stop pushing yourself too hard every single day. Instead, you start making healthier and smarter choices. You begin to protect your energy, respect your limits, and set better boundaries. You focus more on doing good quality work, not just finishing tasks quickly. This change in mindset can greatly improve your results and also help you feel calmer and more confident. To build a strong productivity mindset, it is important to notice the habits that slow you down. Many people overthink simple decisions. They doubt their ability to finish tasks. Some even feel guilty when they take breaks, even though rest is necessary. These mental habits create pressure and stress. Over time, they drain your energy and reduce your confidence. When you replace these negative habits with supportive and healthy ones, the way you work can completely change. When a task feels overwhelming, try to approach it with curiosity instead of stress. Instead of telling yourself, "This is too hard," ask a simple question: what is the first small step I can take? This small change in thinking reduces tension and helps your mind focus. Starting with one small action makes the task feel less scary and easier to manage. Once you begin, you often feel more in control and more willing to continue. Another helpful way to feel in control of your day is by understanding your natural energy patterns. Everyone has moments during the day when they feel alert, focused, and mentally strong. Everyone also has moments when their energy is low and concentration becomes difficult. Paying attention to these patterns can make a big difference in your productivity. When possible, plan your most important or difficult tasks during your high-energy moments. During these times, you can think more clearly and work more efficiently. This helps reduce stress and prevents you from feeling overwhelmed. Tasks that require less focus, such as organizing your desk or replying to simple messages, can be saved for low-energy times. Working this way helps you cooperate with your body instead of fighting against it. As a result, productivity feels more natural and less forced. Another powerful strategy for staying productive is removing unnecessary friction from your environment. Friction is anything that slows you down or makes tasks harder than they need to be. For example, if you often waste time searching for files, organizing them can save energy and time. If you feel confused about where to start, a simple checklist can guide you. When friction is removed, tasks feel smoother, faster, and less stressful. A clean and organized environment supports a clear and calm mind. Consistency is one of the strongest foundations of daily productivity. Consistency means doing helpful habits again and again until they become natural. When you consistently show up for yourself by starting on time, finishing tasks, and respecting your priorities, you build trust in yourself. You begin to believe that you can manage your day no matter how busy it becomes. This self-trust gives you confidence to take on bigger challenges because you know you can follow through. Another common challenge to productivity is perfectionism. Wanting everything to be perfect can slow you down or even stop you from finishing work. Perfectionism creates unrealistic expectations and adds unnecessary pressure to simple tasks. When you change your mindset from perfection to progress, you free yourself from this pressure. You begin to value improvement instead of flawless results. Even small steps forward are important, and each step brings you closer to your goals. Productivity is also closely connected to clear thinking. People who stay productive usually think in a simple and organized way. They know what they want to achieve and understand the steps needed to get there. Clear thinking reduces confusion and helps you stay focused on what truly matters. Instead of letting your mind jump between worries and distractions, you guide your thoughts toward useful actions. Developing clear thinking takes time. It requires slowing down and understanding your priorities. When you think calmly and intentionally, you make better decisions and feel less stressed. Mental clarity helps you avoid distractions and stay focused throughout the day. When your thoughts are clear, your actions naturally become more focused and effective. When your mind is filled with too many thoughts, doubts, or worries, productivity suffers. Your actions become scattered and unfocused. One simple way to clear your mind is to write down your thoughts each day. Even a few minutes of writing can help you see what matters most. This habit removes confusion and makes it easier to take meaningful action. Another important skill for improving daily productivity is learning how to manage your reaction to stress. Stress is a normal part of life, and everyone experiences it. The real problem is not stress itself, but how we respond to it. When stress is ignored or allowed to grow, it blocks creativity, lowers concentration, and makes even simple tasks feel heavy. Instead of trying to avoid stress completely, which is impossible, you can learn to notice its early signs. You may notice shallow breathing, tight shoulders, or racing thoughts. When you recognize these signs early, you can pause for a moment and reset your mind. Taking a short break, breathing deeply, or slowing down your thoughts can help you regain focus and continue your work with clarity and confidence. These small pauses can be very helpful during the day. They may include taking a few deep breaths, stretching your body, drinking some water, or simply closing your eyes for a short moment. These simple actions help calm your mind before stress becomes too strong. When you pause early, you prevent stress from growing and taking control. This protects your productivity and allows you to return to your work with a clearer and more focused mind. Another powerful tool that productive people often use is reflection. Reflection means looking back at your day or your actions to understand yourself better. When you reflect honestly, you begin to notice your strengths, your weaknesses, and the habits that guide your behavior. This awareness helps you make small changes before minor problems turn into big ones. Reflection also helps you recognize your progress. When you take time to notice what you have done well, your motivation increases. Productivity grows faster when you appreciate your progress instead of criticizing yourself for what is still unfinished. Learning how to manage information overload is also very important. In today's world, we are surrounded by constant news, messages, and notifications. Every sound or alert pulls your attention away from what you are doing. When your brain receives too much information, your focus becomes weak and your mental energy disappears quickly. To protect your attention, you can choose specific times during the day to check messages or social media. You can also turn off notifications that are not important. When you reduce the flow of information, your mind has more space to think clearly and work deeply. A truly productive life always depends on balance. You may want to work hard and reach your goals, but your body and mind also need rest, relaxation, and moments of peace. Without balance, productivity slowly decreases because exhaustion makes it hard to focus or stay motivated. When you allow yourself time to rest, you recharge your energy and return to your work feeling refreshed. Balance helps you stay productive not just for one day, but for many days in a row. A productive and happy life includes rest, personal time, and meaningful connections with others. These moments protect your energy and support your creativity. When you take care of your well-being, your mind becomes clearer and stronger. Balance also protects you from burnout, which is one of the biggest dangers to long-term productivity. Without balance, you may work hard for a short time and then lose all your energy. With balance, you can work consistently and still feel good while doing it. Another strong habit for staying productive is learning how to identify tasks that truly matter. Many people stay busy all day but achieve very little because they focus on low-impact tasks. To avoid this, choose tasks that directly support your goals. Before starting something, ask yourself if it moves you forward or simply fills your time. When you choose tasks based on value instead of urgency, your productivity naturally increases. Simplifying complex tasks also improves productivity. Large tasks often feel scary and cause procrastination. But when you break them into small, clear steps, they become easier to start. The first step can be very simple, such as writing a short outline, gathering materials, or deciding what to do for the first 5 minutes. Starting is often the hardest part, but once you begin, momentum grows. Small steps lead to steady and meaningful progress. Productivity also improves when you strengthen your focus. Focus is like a muscle. The more you train it, the stronger it becomes. You can train your focus by creating quiet work time, removing distractions, and working on one task at a time. Simple changes, such as turning off notifications or keeping your phone away from your desk, can greatly improve concentration. When you focus deeply, you finish tasks faster and produce better quality work. Another important part of productivity is developing a growth mindset. A growth mindset means seeing challenges as chances to learn instead of problems that stop you. When mistakes happen, you treat them as lessons, not failures. This mindset helps you stay calm, curious, and open to improvement. People with a growth mindset do not give up easily. They adjust, learn, and continue moving forward. Productivity also becomes stronger when you have a long-term vision for your life. A vision gives you direction, purpose, and motivation. When you know where you want to go, your daily choices become clearer. You stop wasting energy on unimportant tasks because your vision helps you stay focused on what truly matters. A clear vision turns effort into purpose, and purpose supports consistent productivity. When you have a clear idea of your future, it becomes easier to decide how to spend your time. Your daily actions begin to match your long-term goals. Instead of feeling lost or unsure, you take intentional steps forward. This sense of direction strengthens your productivity and makes your work feel meaningful. Another helpful skill is learning how to manage internal resistance. Sometimes your mind resists certain tasks even when they are important. This resistance often comes from fear, boredom, or confusion. You can reduce resistance by organizing your workspace, preparing your materials, and reminding yourself why the task matters. When resistance is low, taking action feels lighter and more natural. Productivity also improves when you develop emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence means understanding your own emotions and the emotions of others. When you manage emotions well, you communicate better, avoid unnecessary conflict, and solve problems more calmly. This makes work smoother and less stressful. Emotional intelligence helps you stay focused during difficult moments. Finally, resilience is essential for long-term productivity. Resilience is the ability to keep going even when life becomes difficult. A resilient person does not give up when challenges appear. Instead, they look for new solutions or different paths. This quality keeps your momentum strong over time. With resilience, you can continue working toward your goals through difficult days, weeks, and even years without losing direction. Hope is an important part of productivity. When you believe that your effort matters and that improvement is possible, it becomes easier to keep going. One powerful way to support productivity is to build systems instead of depending only on motivation. Motivation is not stable. It rises and falls, sometimes even within the same day. Systems, however, stay steady and reliable. Systems can include setting fixed times for important tasks, organizing your daily workflow, or creating small habits that guide your actions automatically. When your systems are strong, you stay productive even on days when you feel tired, distracted, or unmotivated. Systems reduce the need to make many decisions, which saves mental energy and helps you stay consistent. Another important way to improve productivity is protecting your mental space from negativity. Negative thoughts drain your energy and weaken your confidence. They make simple tasks feel harder and reduce your desire to start or finish work. When negativity fills your mind, productivity becomes difficult to maintain. To protect your mental space, try replacing negative thoughts with constructive and supportive ones. Remind yourself of how far you have come. Focus on your strengths and speak to yourself with encouragement instead of criticism. Positive thinking does not mean ignoring problems. It means choosing a mindset that helps you face challenges and move forward. When your mental environment is healthy and supportive, staying productive becomes much easier. Negative thoughts can also damage your focus. When your mind repeats discouraging messages, motivation slowly disappears. You can challenge these thoughts by replacing them with realistic, balanced, and encouraging ones. When your inner voice becomes kind and supportive, your confidence and determination grow. This mindset helps you stay committed even when work becomes difficult. Your environment also plays a big role in productivity. Your surroundings influence your behavior more than you may realize. A clean, quiet, and well-organized space helps your mind feel calm and ready to focus. Good lighting and fresh air can also improve your energy. You can add inspiring items such as quotes, images, or reminders of your goals to create an environment that motivates you naturally. Setting clear boundaries is another powerful strategy for daily productivity. Boundaries protect your time and energy from unnecessary interruptions. When you set limits around your work hours, personal time, and social interactions, you reduce stress and avoid burnout. Boundaries also help others understand when you are available and when you need time to focus. With strong boundaries, you can work with greater clarity and peace. Productivity also grows when you stay curious. Curiosity keeps your mind open and interested. It encourages you to explore new ideas, learn new skills, and find creative solutions. When you are curious, your work feels more meaningful and enjoyable. This positive feeling increases motivation and helps you stay consistent. Another helpful habit is evaluating your tasks honestly. Many people avoid tasks that feel uncomfortable or challenging. However, avoiding important work slows progress. Honest evaluation helps you identify which tasks truly matter and which ones can be delayed or removed. When you face difficult tasks with courage, you build discipline and mental strength. Discipline helps you stay consistent even when work feels hard. Strong communication skills also improve productivity. Clear and respectful communication reduces confusion and saves time. Whether you are working with a team or communicating with family or friends, expressing yourself clearly helps others support you better. Good communication builds trust, improves teamwork, and makes work smoother and more enjoyable. Listening is just as important as speaking. When you listen carefully, you understand others better and avoid mistakes. Active listening helps you learn new information and respond thoughtfully. This makes cooperation easier and work more efficient. Another simple but powerful habit is celebrating small wins. Many people wait for big achievements before feeling proud. However, small successes matter too. When you notice and celebrate your progress, you build positive energy and motivation. Even a short moment of appreciation can lift your mood and encourage you to keep moving forward. You can also improve productivity by reducing decision fatigue. Decision fatigue happens when you make too many small choices during the day. Over time, these choices drain your mental energy and make it harder to focus on important tasks. Creating routines, using systems, and planning ahead can reduce the number of decisions you need to make. When your mind feels lighter, your productivity naturally improves. When your mind becomes tired, it is much harder to stay focused. To prevent this, try to make your most important decisions early in the day, when your mind is fresh and clear. You can also create simple routines that reduce unnecessary choices. For example, you can plan your meals in advance, prepare your clothes the night before, or keep your workspace organized. These small habits save mental energy, so you can use it for tasks that require creativity and problem solving. Another helpful strategy for productivity is tracking your progress over time. When you write down what you complete using a journal, checklist, or digital tool, you can clearly see how far you have come. Tracking helps you understand what works well for you and what needs improvement. It also allows you to adjust your approach and make better decisions. Seeing your progress builds motivation and gives you confidence to keep going. Productivity also improves when you develop patience. Big results rarely happen quickly. They require time, effort, and steady commitment. When you learn to work patiently without expecting instant success, you reduce frustration and stay motivated for the long journey. Patience helps you avoid quitting too soon and keeps you moving forward even when progress feels slow. Another important habit is avoiding multitasking. Many people believe multitasking helps them get more done, but in reality, it often lowers the quality of work. Multitasking divides your attention and weakens your focus. When you work on one task at a time, you finish faster and produce better results. Single tasking keeps your mind clear, organized, and deeply engaged, making it one of the simplest ways to improve daily productivity. You can also improve productivity by creating a purposeful morning mindset. This is not just about completing routines, but about preparing your mind for the day ahead. A strong morning mindset includes reviewing your goals, choosing the most important task of the day, and calming your thoughts before you begin work. This preparation helps you start the day with clarity and confidence. Starting your day with mental focus creates a strong foundation for success. When you take time to set priorities and prepare your mind, you are better able to handle challenges calmly. Without this preparation, even small tasks can feel overwhelming, and your energy can be wasted on distractions. One powerful way to improve productivity is by learning from people with more experience. Mentors can guide you, share lessons they have learned, and help you avoid common mistakes. Learning from others saves time and energy and helps you grow faster. A mentor also gives you confidence because you know you are not facing challenges alone. Building good habits is another key to staying productive. Organizational habits are especially helpful because they reduce confusion and wasted time. When your tools, files, and notes are easy to find, you can focus on your work instead of searching for things. Organization creates clarity and a sense of control in your daily life. Being organized is not only about having a clean desk. It also includes planning tasks, arranging your workspace efficiently, and organizing digital files. A well-organized life helps you work faster, reduces stress, and increases confidence. Regularly reviewing your goals is a simple but powerful habit. As you grow, your goals may change. Reviewing them helps you stay aligned with what truly matters. When your daily actions match your goals, your productivity becomes more meaningful and focused. Working with intention also improves productivity. Intention means knowing why you are doing something and staying focused on its purpose. Without intention, it is easy to move through the day without real focus. When your work has meaning, your effort becomes stronger and your results improve. Self-awareness is another important tool for productivity. When you understand what motivates you, what distracts you, and what conditions help you perform best, you can create a system that fits your needs. Self-awareness allows you to manage your time, energy, and focus more effectively. It is also important to manage your expectations. Unrealistic goals can create stress and disappointment. Setting realistic goals encourages steady progress and builds confidence. Each small success creates momentum, which naturally increases productivity. Finally, the people around you influence your productivity more than you may realize. Surrounding yourself with supportive people who share your values helps you stay motivated and focused. Positive relationships encourage growth, discipline, and consistency, making it easier to stay productive over the long term. Having clear goals gives you motivation, direction, and encouragement. When you spend time in a positive environment with people who think like you and support your goals, it becomes much easier to stay focused. These people help you overcome challenges and continue moving forward, even when things feel difficult. Being surrounded by like-minded individuals reminds you why your goals matter and helps you stay consistent in your efforts. When you combine mental preparation, learning from mentors, building organized habits, reviewing your goals regularly, working with intention, developing self-awareness, managing expectations, and surrounding yourself with supportive people, you create a strong system for productivity. This system does not rely on motivation alone. Each part supports the others. Together, they help you stay focused, grow steadily, and make progress every day. Having the right people around you is one of the most important factors in staying productive. Supportive friends, mentors, and colleagues provide encouragement, inspiration, and accountability. They remind you to keep going when work feels heavy or stressful. When people around you understand your goals and share your values, you feel less alone. Their encouragement boosts your confidence, and their accountability helps you follow through on your commitments. This support system makes productivity feel more natural and less stressful. Another powerful habit that improves productivity is practicing gratitude. Gratitude helps you feel calmer and more positive. When you focus on what you already have instead of what is missing, stress decreases and motivation increases. A grateful mindset helps you approach tasks with clarity instead of frustration. Taking just a few moments each day to think about what you are thankful for can make your mind feel more balanced and steady. When your emotions are stable and positive, productivity naturally improves. Creating a healthy relationship with your work is also very important. Work should help you grow and give your life purpose, but it should not take over your entire identity. Balance protects you from burnout and keeps your energy strong. When you see work as one part of your life, not your whole life, you can work with focus and energy without feeling exhausted. This balance allows you to stay productive over a long period of time. Adaptability is another key habit for productivity. Life changes and plans do not always go the way you expect. Being flexible helps you stay productive even when unexpected problems appear. Adaptable people do not give up easily. They adjust their plans, find new solutions, and keep moving forward. When you accept change instead of resisting it, you protect your motivation and confidence. Reducing procrastination is also essential for productivity. Procrastination often comes from fear, confusion, or discomfort. When you understand why you are avoiding a task, you can take steps to fix the problem. Breaking tasks into smaller steps, setting clear deadlines, or changing your environment can help you begin. Once you take the first step, momentum grows and productivity increases naturally. Deep thinking is another habit that improves the quality of your work. Taking time to think deeply helps you understand problems, make better decisions, and develop creative ideas. Instead of rushing through tasks, deep thinking allows you to create meaningful work. When you give your mind time to focus and reflect, your results become stronger and more valuable. Managing your digital life is also very important for productivity. Constant notifications, digital clutter, and endless scrolling drain your focus and energy. Organizing your digital tools, turning off unnecessary notifications, and setting limits for screen time helps protect your attention. A calm digital environment supports a calm and focused mind. Finally, remembering the long-term impact of your work can greatly increase motivation. When you understand how your daily actions connect to your future goals or help others, your work feels more meaningful. Keeping the bigger picture in mind gives purpose to even small tasks. When every step feels important, productivity becomes easier to maintain. All of these habits work together. Supportive relationships, gratitude, balance, adaptability, action, deep thinking, digital control, and long-term vision create a strong and sustainable system. When you understand that every small action moves you closer to your goals, productivity becomes meaningful, consistent, and lasting. Every task you do, no matter how small it seems, plays a role in reaching bigger goals. When you understand this, it becomes easier to stay focused and committed. Productivity is not just about doing many things. It is about doing the right things with clear intention and purpose. When your actions are guided by meaning, your efforts become more effective and satisfying. One important habit that supports long-term productivity is self-compassion. Self-compassion means treating yourself with patience, kindness, and understanding. Everyone makes mistakes or experiences delays. These moments are a normal part of growth. When you are kind to yourself instead of using negative self-talk, you recover faster and keep moving forward. Self-compassion helps you stay motivated, reduces stress, and prevents discouragement when things do not go as planned. Learning how to rest properly is another key part of staying productive. Rest is not laziness. It is necessary for recovery and balance. When you allow your mind and body to rest, you return to work with more energy, focus, and clarity. Proper rest improves concentration, supports creativity, and protects you from burnout. Productivity lasts longer when you balance effort with recovery instead of pushing yourself too hard. Challenging your comfort zone is another powerful habit that supports growth and productivity. Growth happens when you try new things and face difficult tasks. Stepping outside your comfort zone helps you build new skills, gain confidence, and improve your abilities. Although discomfort may feel uncomfortable at first, it leads to long-term improvement. Each challenge you face makes you stronger and more capable. Simplifying your goals is also very important. When goals are too complicated or too many, they can feel overwhelming. Clear and simple goals help you focus your energy and stay on track. Breaking goals into smaller, manageable steps makes progress easier to see and measure. This approach reduces stress and helps you stay motivated. Small, consistent actions taken every day slowly add up to meaningful results. Consistency is more powerful than short bursts of intense effort. Steady work over time creates lasting progress. When you understand this, you become more patient and persistent. You stop expecting quick results and instead focus on building habits that support long-term success. Learning how to prioritize honestly also improves productivity. Honest prioritization means focusing on tasks that truly matter, not just tasks that feel urgent or are influenced by pressure from others. When you prioritize well, you spend your time on high-impact work instead of low-value activities. This habit brings clarity, discipline, and better decision-making. Becoming comfortable with discomfort is another important mindset. Many meaningful achievements require effort, patience, and facing difficult moments. When you accept discomfort as a normal part of growth, fear loses its power. You stop avoiding important tasks and begin approaching them with confidence. This mindset builds resilience and determination. Together, these habits create a strong and sustainable productivity system. Awareness of long-term goals, self-compassion, effective rest, stepping outside your comfort zone, simplifying goals, consistent effort, honest prioritization, and accepting discomfort all support one another. When these habits work together, you maintain focus, energy, and steady progress over time. Productivity then becomes more than a measure of how much you do. It becomes a reflection of how thoughtfully and purposefully you approach your life and work. Many productive habits involve moments of uncertainty or challenge. Growth often requires facing situations that feel uncomfortable. When you accept discomfort as part of learning, you stop avoiding meaningful work. Over time, regularly facing challenges strengthens your abilities and builds resilience. Productivity grows when fear no longer controls your actions and challenges become opportunities to improve. Another important habit is learning to manage your mindset during difficult situations. Challenges are unavoidable, but your response determines your progress. A calm and steady mindset helps you keep working even when things feel stressful or unclear. Mental resilience allows you to focus on solutions instead of frustration. This mindset becomes the foundation for consistent progress during tough times. Asking better questions is also a powerful productivity tool. Productive people do not ignore problems or accept confusion. They ask questions that lead to clarity and action. Questions like, what is the most useful step I can take right now, or what is stopping me from moving forward, help you understand situations clearly and find solutions faster. Better questions lead to better decisions, and better decisions lead to better results. When you focus on asking the right questions, you reduce confusion and avoid wasting effort. Clear questions help you see what truly matters and guide you toward meaningful action. Instead of feeling stuck or overwhelmed, you gain direction and confidence. Asking thoughtful questions allows you to move forward with purpose and clarity. Developing a strong sense of accountability also supports productivity. Accountability means taking responsibility for your goals, choices, and actions. When you track your progress, review your results, or share your goals with someone you trust, you are more likely to stay committed. Accountability reminds you that your effort matters. It strengthens the connection between what you do today and the results you achieve tomorrow. This awareness encourages consistency and builds productive habits over time. Managing your inner dialogue is another powerful habit. The way you talk to yourself in your mind affects how you feel, how motivated you are, and whether you take action. Negative or harsh thoughts can slow you down and weaken your confidence. Supportive and encouraging thoughts help you stay focused and determined. When you choose thoughts that support learning and growth, you create a mindset that keeps you moving forward even when challenges appear. Avoiding comparison with others is also very important. Comparing yourself to other people often leads to unnecessary pressure, low confidence, and loss of focus. Everyone's journey is different. Instead of looking at others, focus on your own progress. Measure your success by how far you have come compared to your past self. Recognizing your own improvement, even in small ways, builds confidence and reinforces productive behavior. Long-term discipline is one of the strongest foundations of productivity. Discipline helps you continue working even when motivation is low or distractions arise. It is built through repeated action, clear goals, and belief in the value of your effort. Over time, discipline turns effort into habit. When habits are strong, progress becomes more natural and consistent. When you combine acceptance of discomfort, control of your mindset, asking meaningful questions, accountability, positive self-talk, avoiding comparison, and long-term discipline, you create a powerful productivity system. Each habit supports the others. Together, they help you stay focused, motivated, and effective in reaching your goals over time. Productivity also improves greatly when you develop strategic thinking. Strategic thinking helps you analyze situations, recognize opportunities, and make decisions that move you closer to your goals. When you think strategically, you use your time and energy more wisely. Instead of reacting randomly or focusing on unimportant tasks, you prioritize actions that create the biggest impact. Strategic thinking also allows you to prepare for challenges ahead of time, reducing stress and saving valuable time. Another helpful habit is learning to pause before responding to challenges. When something unexpected happens, taking a short pause allows you to think clearly instead of reacting emotionally. This calm response helps you make better decisions and avoid mistakes. Pausing before acting keeps you in control and improves both efficiency and effectiveness. Strengthening your problem-solving skills is also essential for productivity. Problems are unavoidable, but how you handle them determines your progress. Approaching problems with patience, logic, and creativity allows you to overcome obstacles instead of being stopped by them. Each problem you solve builds confidence and skill, making future challenges easier to manage. Embracing continuous learning is another key factor in staying productive. Learning keeps your mind active and your skills sharp. When you invest in personal growth, you become more capable and confident. New knowledge and tools help you work more efficiently and creatively. Productivity grows naturally when you stay curious and committed to improving yourself. Setting clear intentions for each task is also very important. Intentions guide your focus and help prevent distractions. When you know why you are doing something, your actions become more purposeful. Clear intentions make your productivity steady and meaningful. Making decisions with awareness and purpose strengthens this habit. Conscious decision-making means thinking before acting and choosing options that support your goals. Avoiding impulsive choices saves time and energy and keeps you focused on what truly matters. Respecting your time is another essential practice. Time is one of your most valuable resources. How you use it determines your results. When you treat time with care by prioritizing tasks, limiting distractions, and focusing on meaningful work, your productivity increases. Using time intentionally allows you to create progress without unnecessary stress. Together, these habits help you build a productive life that is balanced, focused, and purposeful. Productivity becomes not just about getting things done, but about using your time, energy, and attention in ways that support long-term success and personal growth. Purpose, progress, and meaningful achievement grow when you adopt a mindset of patience and persistence. Real progress is often slow, and results do not always appear right away. Patience helps you stay calm and committed without becoming frustrated. Persistence helps you keep going even when tasks feel difficult, boring, or repetitive. When patience and persistence work together, they create a steady and reliable approach to achieving goals and maintaining productivity over time. By developing strategic thinking, pausing before reacting, improving problem-solving skills, embracing continuous learning, setting clear intentions, making conscious decisions, respecting your time, and practicing patience and persistence, you build a strong and sustainable system for productivity. These habits support one another and help you work efficiently, stay focused, and make meaningful progress every single day. Combining patience with persistence gives you the strength to reach long-term goals. Meaningful achievements rarely happen quickly. They require steady effort over time. When you understand this, you stop rushing and putting pressure on yourself to do everything at once. Productivity does not come from speed alone. It grows when you focus, stay consistent, and give each task the attention it deserves. Knowing that progress takes time helps you stay motivated even when results are not immediate. Another helpful way to improve productivity is to notice which tasks drain your energy and which tasks give you energy. Some activities make you feel tired, distracted, or unmotivated, while others help you feel focused and confident. When you balance your workload wisely and plan tasks according to your energy levels, you can stay productive throughout the day without feeling burned out. Working with your natural energy makes productivity feel easier and more natural. Identifying habits that limit your productivity is also very important. These habits may include checking your phone too often, overthinking simple decisions, or putting off important tasks. Once you become aware of these patterns, you can replace them with healthier and more productive behaviors. Small changes, such as setting specific times to check messages or breaking big tasks into smaller steps, can make a big difference. Productivity improves when you actively shape your habits and reduce distractions. Developing a positive relationship with challenges is another powerful practice. Challenges are not just obstacles. They're opportunities to grow, learn, and improve your skills. When you approach challenges with confidence instead of fear, they become stepping stones instead of setbacks. Each time you face a difficult task with courage, you strengthen your abilities and increase your confidence for the future. Simplifying your environment also supports productivity. A clean and organized space reduces mental clutter and helps you focus. This applies to your physical workspace, your digital files, and your daily routines. When your surroundings are simple and supportive, it becomes easier to concentrate and complete tasks efficiently. Practicing commitment is another key habit. Commitment means staying dedicated to your goals even when you feel tired, distracted, or discouraged. Strong commitment keeps your productivity steady no matter what is happening around you. When commitment is combined with determination, you gain the ability to push through resistance and finish tasks even when they feel difficult. These habits grow stronger over time through repeated action and belief in your abilities. Developing the courage to take action even when you feel uncertain is also very important. Life is unpredictable, and waiting for perfect conditions often leads to delays or missed opportunities. Taking action despite uncertainty builds confidence, momentum, and a sense of control. This habit allows you to face challenges with resilience and strength. When you combine all these habits, patience, persistence, energy management, breaking limiting habits, embracing challenges, simplifying your environment, commitment, determination, and courage, productivity becomes a natural part of your life. These practices reinforce one another and create a system that supports consistent focus, meaningful progress, and long-term growth. When productivity becomes a habit instead of a struggle, you can achieve your goals while maintaining balance, clarity, and confidence. To be productive every day, the first step is believing that your effort matters. When you truly value your work, you naturally find the motivation to keep improving. This belief helps you stay committed to long-term goals even when the work feels difficult or tiring. Productivity is not just about finishing tasks. It is about understanding the value behind what you do. Another key to daily productivity is knowing your personal purpose. When your actions are connected to something meaningful, productivity feels more fulfilling. Purpose gives direction to your effort and creates natural motivation. When you understand why your work matters, staying focused and consistent becomes much easier, and productivity becomes a meaningful part of your life, rather than just a checklist of tasks. Productivity should never feel forced. When it is connected to your purpose, it becomes something you want to do rather than something you feel pressured to do. Your purpose may be improving your life, supporting your family, building a successful career, or creating a future that matches the person you want to become. When you clearly understand why you are working, even difficult or boring tasks feel meaningful. Connecting your daily efforts to a bigger goal gives you motivation that lasts, even on hard days. Regularly reminding yourself why your work matters strengthens your focus, determination, and commitment. Another important part of daily productivity is building a strong sense of identity. Many people struggle because they see themselves as easily distracted, unmotivated, or someone who gives up when work becomes difficult. These beliefs shape behavior. However, when you begin to see yourself as a responsible, disciplined, and focused person, your actions start to match that identity. When you tell yourself, "I am someone who finishes tasks and stays committed," your mind begins to support that belief. This shift builds confidence, and confidence becomes the foundation of consistent productivity. Emotional stability is also essential for staying productive every day. Emotional stability does not mean ignoring your feelings or pretending everything is fine. It means understanding your emotions and managing them so they do not control your actions. When you stay calm and balanced, you can think clearly, handle challenges better, and make smarter decisions. Emotional stability allows you to maintain focus and energy even during stressful situations. When your emotions are steady, productivity becomes easier to sustain. When belief in your effort, a clear sense of purpose, a disciplined identity, and emotional stability work together, they create a powerful foundation for productivity. Purpose fuels motivation. Identity shapes habits. Emotional stability protects focus. Together, they turn small daily actions into steady, meaningful progress. Productivity stops feeling like a burden and becomes a natural part of your life, helping you move closer to your long-term vision day by day. Managing your emotions is a key skill for daily productivity. Emotional balance does not come from ignoring how you feel. It comes from recognizing your emotions and responding calmly and thoughtfully. When your emotions are balanced, your thinking becomes clearer, and you avoid impulsive decisions that can slow your progress. You can build emotional stability by practicing patience, acceptance, and empathy toward yourself and others. This calm mindset strengthens your mental resilience and helps you return to your work with renewed energy after moments of stress or frustration. Creating strong systems is another important factor in productivity. Systems help make work smoother and reduce unnecessary effort. A system is simply a way of organizing your tasks, tools, and time so you do not have to make constant decisions. Examples include planning your day ahead of time, keeping your workspace organized, and arranging your digital files clearly. These systems save mental energy and allow you to focus on what truly matters. With the right systems in place, productivity feels more natural and less stressful. It is also important to understand the difference between productive discomfort and harmful stress. Productive discomfort challenges you and helps you grow, learn, and improve your skills. Harmful stress, on the other hand, overwhelms you and drains your energy. When you learn to recognize the difference, you can push yourself in healthy ways without burning out. This awareness helps you keep moving forward consistently while still protecting your well-being. Decision-making is another essential skill for staying productive every day. Every choice you make affects your time, energy, and focus. Good decisions support your long-term goals, while poor decisions create distractions and wasted effort. You can improve your decision-making by slowing down, thinking about long-term consequences, and choosing actions that align with your goals. When your decisions are thoughtful and intentional, your actions support progress instead of creating confusion or stress. When emotional stability, effective systems, healthy challenges, and good decision-making work together, they create a strong foundation for productivity. Systems reduce friction. Emotional balance keeps you steady. Productive challenges encourage growth. Smart decisions protect your energy. Together, these elements help you stay consistent, handle difficulties calmly, and move steadily toward your long-term goals. Strong decision-making also builds confidence. When you trust your choices and understand why you make them, uncertainty decreases. Confidence allows you to focus your attention on meaningful work instead of second-guessing yourself. As your confidence grows, productivity becomes smoother, calmer, and more effective. When your actions align with your values and goals, you accomplish more with less stress and greater satisfaction. Learning how to handle setbacks without losing motivation is an important part of staying productive. Setbacks are a natural part of life, and everyone experiences them. Instead of seeing setbacks as failures, it helps to see them as lessons. Each challenge teaches you something about your habits, your methods, or yourself. When you face difficulties with patience and determination, you build resilience. Resilience allows you to keep going even when progress feels slow. This mindset turns obstacles into useful experiences that help you grow and improve over time. Another helpful habit is reviewing your work regularly. Taking time to look at what you have done helps you understand what works and what does not. Reflection gives you clarity and direction. When you know which actions produce results, you can focus on those and stop wasting energy on ineffective habits. Productivity increases when you clearly understand how your actions affect your progress. Strengthening your sense of responsibility is also essential. Responsibility means accepting that your choices shape your results. When you take ownership of your time, behavior, and decisions, you gain control over your productivity. Instead of waiting for circumstances to change, you begin taking action to improve your situation. This sense of control builds confidence and helps you stay consistent even when challenges appear. Creating positive momentum is another powerful principle. Momentum is the feeling of steady forward movement. You can build momentum by starting small and completing tasks step by step. Each finished task boosts confidence and makes the next task easier to start. Over time, this steady progress creates a rhythm where productivity feels natural instead of forced. Once momentum is built, it helps you tackle larger challenges and maintain progress more easily. When you combine strong decision-making, resilience during setbacks, regular review, responsibility, and momentum, you create a strong system for daily productivity. Each part supports the others. Good decisions build confidence. Resilience turns problems into lessons. Review brings clarity. Responsibility creates control. Momentum keeps your energy moving forward. Together, these habits help you stay consistent and make meaningful progress over time. Maintaining focus is another important skill, especially in busy or distracting environments. Modern life constantly pulls your attention in different directions. Learning simple techniques to regain focus can make a big difference. Deep breathing, repeating a personal reminder, or visualizing your long-term goals can help calm your mind and bring your attention back to your work. These small mental habits help you stay productive even when things around you feel chaotic. Valuing your time also plays a major role in productivity. When you treat time as something valuable, you become more careful about how you use it. You learn when to say yes and when to say no. You become more intentional with your choices. Each moment becomes an opportunity to move closer to your goals. Respecting your time increases your sense of purpose and naturally improves productivity. Starting tasks without hesitation is another habit that supports progress. Hesitation often leads to procrastination, which slows everything down. The hardest part of any task is usually starting. When you train yourself to begin immediately, you overcome mental resistance. Once you take the first step, your mind adjusts and continuing becomes easier. Quick starts create momentum and reduce stress. Managing your expectations is equally important. Setting expectations that are too high can create pressure and burnout, while expectations that are too low can reduce motivation. Balanced expectations allow you to aim for progress without feeling overwhelmed. When your goals are realistic and achievable, you stay confident and committed. Recognizing your progress along the way helps you maintain momentum and stay motivated. When momentum, focus, time awareness, quick starts, and balanced expectations work together, productivity becomes steady and sustainable. Each habit strengthens the others. Momentum keeps action moving. Focus ensures energy is used wisely. Valuing time improves priorities. Starting quickly reduces resistance. Balanced expectations protect motivation. Together, these habits make productivity feel smoother, calmer, and more rewarding. Productivity then becomes more than completing tasks. It becomes a steady process that supports growth, confidence, and long-term success. When your goals are challenging enough to help you grow, but realistic enough to achieve, you build confidence while protecting your mental health. This balance allows you to move forward steadily without feeling overwhelmed. It helps you stay consistent over time and prevents burnout. Growth should feel motivating, not exhausting, and balanced expectations make that possible. Another important skill for productivity is learning how to stay calm under pressure. Life and work often bring stressful situations, but your response to stress determines how effective you are. When you stay calm, your thinking becomes clearer and your decisions improve. Calmness helps you stay in control instead of reacting emotionally. You can develop this calm state through simple habits like deep breathing, taking short breaks, or reminding yourself that you are capable of handling challenges. Calmness is not weakness. It is a powerful tool that supports clear thinking and long-term productivity. Knowing when to ask for support is also essential. Seeking help, advice, or clarification does not mean you are failing. It means you are aware of your limits and value progress. Productive people understand that learning from others saves time and prevents mistakes. Working with others, sharing ideas, and asking questions all help you move forward faster and more effectively. Support creates momentum and reduces unnecessary stress. Viewing productivity as a long-term lifestyle rather than a short-term effort is another key idea. Productivity is not about pushing yourself for a few days and then burning out. It is about building habits that support progress over time. When productivity becomes part of your daily routine and identity, it feels natural rather than forced. This long-term mindset encourages resilience, protects your energy, and allows steady improvement even during difficult periods. Self-discipline plays a major role in maintaining productivity. Discipline helps you stay committed even when motivation is low or distractions appear. It is built through small, repeated actions. Every time you complete a task despite feeling tired or distracted, your discipline grows stronger. Over time, discipline becomes automatic and reliable, allowing you to stay productive without depending on motivation alone. When you combine balanced expectations, calmness under pressure, willingness to seek support, a long-term mindset, and self-discipline, you create a strong foundation for productivity. Each element supports the others. Calmness improves decision-making. Support speeds up progress. Long-term thinking prevents burnout. Discipline keeps you consistent. Balanced expectations protect motivation. Together, they help you work efficiently and achieve meaningful results. Handling moments of low motivation is another important part of productivity. Everyone experiences days when motivation feels low. Productivity does not have to stop during these times. Discipline and purpose can carry you forward. You can manage low motivation by reminding yourself why your goals matter, focusing on the benefits of completing your work, and taking small steps instead of waiting for motivation to return. Even small progress helps rebuild momentum. Intellectual growth also supports productivity. Learning new skills, exploring new ideas, and challenging your thinking strengthens your mind. Continuous learning improves creativity, problem-solving, and confidence. When you feel capable and curious, you approach tasks with greater focus and energy. Learning keeps your productivity fresh and flexible. Your environment also plays a powerful role. Instead of allowing distractions to control your attention, design your space to support your work. Remove unnecessary distractions, organize your tools, and create areas for focused work. When your environment is intentional and organized, tasks feel easier and more enjoyable. Adaptability is another valuable skill. Life rarely goes exactly as planned, and flexibility allows you to stay productive even when things change. Adaptable people respond calmly, adjust their approach, and keep moving forward. This mindset turns unexpected challenges into opportunities for growth rather than obstacles. Gratitude is a simple but effective habit that supports productivity. Being thankful for your opportunities, progress, and ability to work improves emotional well-being and reduces stress. Gratitude helps your work feel meaningful rather than heavy. When you appreciate each step forward, motivation and focus naturally increase. By combining strategies for handling low motivation, continuous learning, environmental control, adaptability, and gratitude, you create a strong and balanced system for daily productivity. Each habit strengthens the others. Discipline supports action. Learning builds confidence. A supportive environment improves focus. Adaptability keeps progress moving. Gratitude maintains a positive mindset. When these habits are practiced regularly, productivity becomes natural and sustainable. Daily effort turns into long-term growth, steady progress, and meaningful success.